Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward. And in this video clip, we are going to continue on with our 21 repetition workout series. In my past videos, I covered 21s for chest, biceps, back, and today we are going to train shoulders. And over the course of the next several videos, I'll be sure to include all the major muscle groups with the 21 repetition method. And just a quick recap. 21s is basically just breaking down each set into 3 mini sets of 7 reps. 7 reps in the bottom range, 7 reps in the top range of motion, and then 7 full range of motion reps for a total of 21 repetitions. And this is a technique that you can use with any exercise. I know I've been getting all kinds of comments and feedback to the previous videos I posted. Some people were saying, you know, you can only use 21s for biceps. You're not supposed to use it for other exercises and things like that. You know what? It's just a repetition method. You can use it for any exercise you want. It's not like there are set rules in place where, you know, you're only allowed to do it in this situation and not in that situation or whatever. I mean, don't narrow your mind into these little things. That's BS. You can do 21s with any exercise you want. And in these series of workouts, we're going to incorporate it with all the major muscle groups. So without further ado, let's just get right into the gym and jump into our 21 shoulder workout. And to start things off, we're going to do the shoulder press. And for this, I'm using a hammer strength machine, but you can feel free to use any shoulder press machine that you may have at your gym. It doesn't necessarily have to be hammer strength. And we're going to do 3 mini sets of 7 reps. So the first 7 reps were partials in the top range of motion. The second set of 7 are partials in the bottom range of motion. And then finish off with 7 full range of motion reps. And when you do the full range reps after the partials, you're really going to get a deep burn in the muscles. I find that I get more of a mind-muscle connection and a much better pump when I do 21s versus just all full range of motion reps. After that, we're going to move on to some upright rows. And for this one, I'm using a low pulley cable and a rope attachment. And this is my personal favorite way to go about doing upright rows because I find it a lot easier on the wrists. When you use a rope, you're not fixed into that rigid plane of motion that you would be if you were using a barbell or a straight bar attachment. So I like the angle that the rope provides. And again, we're doing the same set and rep pattern, 3 mini sets of 7, and I find that you're really going to feel this one burn when you get to those last 7 reps. Again, more mind-muscle connection like I mentioned before, and more of a lactic acid burn because there's such a great time under tension, and you have to be extra strict with your form in order to break it down into the partial reps. And after we do that, we're going to do some isolation work for each of the 3 heads of the deltoids, starting off with the front heads, and we're doing plate raises. And this move right here is a killer. Doing partial reps with the plate raise like this and holding it at the top, that's really going to isolate the front head of the deltoid and give you a good pump. And we're going to do the 7 reps in the bottom range of motion. And this one, just due to leverage, the bottom range isn't as challenging as the top range, but it's still going to give you a good workout nonetheless. And then finish off with those full range of motion reps, and you're going to really feel it. So by the time you get to those last 7 reps, especially when you're doing shoulder exercises, you may have to use a little bit of body English, a little bit of momentum in order to complete those reps. And if you have to, I mean, try not to, obviously, but if you have to, it's not a big deal because you're still getting maximum tension on the muscles. Now we're going to do some isolation work for the side deltoids, and for this one I've chosen side lateral raises with a cable. And I like cables because it provides constant tension on the muscles at all times, and you get a better range of motion compared to using free weights. So again, same whole set and rep pattern, 7 reps at the top, 7 reps at the bottom, and then the 7 full range of motion reps to really pump up those side delts. And after you do one arm, rest 30 to 45 seconds, and then do the other arm. And to finish off our shoulder workout, we're going to do some isolation for the rear delts. And for this one, we're using bent over lateral raises, and we're laying chest down on an incline bench. So this makes the move a lot more strict because there's not a chance for swinging or using momentum because your chest is supported on the bench. So you'll really get a good pump and a strict isolated move. So you're not going to be able to handle a lot of weights with this one, but you'll get a good contraction throughout the rear delts and the upper back. So 7 reps in the 7 reps at the top. You'll notice with all these isolation moves, I like to start with the hardest variation first. So the top range of motion is the hardest. So I get that out of the way right off the bat. Then do the bottom range of motion, which isn't quite as hard, but still challenging. And then, of course, finish off with the full range of motion reps. Now, to quickly recap our workout, start off with 1 or 2 lighter warm-up sets using a full range of motion for each exercise. And after you do that, then do 3 sets of 21's for each exercise. Now, when you're choosing your starting weights, I want you to go lighter than you normally do for your first workout. Because doing 21's is basically, it's a lot harder than normal full range of motion reps. There's more time under tension, and you're going to have to adjust the weights accordingly to accommodate for that extra time under tension. So there you go, that's another 21 repetition workout. Give it a try for yourself, and feel free to leave me any comments or feedback that you have below. And make sure to stay tuned for some future instructional workout videos coming your way. Take care. Over and out.